Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special retro review for the Retro Warriors. This is not Retro Warriors. We're actually Tired Warriors. So, I welcome all of you to the special 3 a.m., which is our segment of this review, because it is currently 3:03 in my fucking time. So, I don't know. We're just
Yes.
tired.
Yeah, normally I start off the intros before this as the leader, but I figured this will be funny as fuck. But I'm sure Crossy will be willing to edit in the after hours like last time. But my name is Justin V.A. Robotically Fires, and that was Laser Matsu. And I'm gonna let the other two introduce themselves.
Hey, everybody. This is your favorite Crossy here. Wildcard of the Retro Warriors. Hello.
This is Hazard, your sarcastic, cranky researcher who's basically brutally honest and doesn't give a shit, just wants to get the job done. Y'all don't like it?
Mad
Kiss
side.
my ass.
Mad scientist, you can't forget that on your resume.
Fuck you, that's not been proven.
Hey.
You're guilty till proven innocent. Anyway.
Fuck that noise.
Anyway, so it's like 4:03 over here in my time zone, so we're just gonna try to get through this. But for those who don't know what we do, we basically sit down, watch some shit, take notes, and review that shit for you. I'm sorry if I don't sound all optimistic like my normal reviews, but this is the best we can do because we're just gonna speak the elephant in the room. We try to adjust to Zammy's time. It's not like it's not have trouble with time zones. It's her fucking family that won't shut up when we want to record.
What can I do about a loud Hispanic family, man? I can't do shit.
They're making the best of it.
As Eminem once said, go to sleep, bitch.
Yeah, I'm dead about it. But anyway,
Mama said knock you out.
I'm about to be knocked out here in a minute. Anyway, today we'll be reviewing
Rest of a lonely soul on a lonely road.
Afro Samurai. Yay.
Afro Samurai. This is like, what the-
I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to be entertaining while tired as fuck.
Join the club.
Anyway,
Basically,
so
do you want me to just give the plot, synopsis, whatever?
yeah, but first I'm just gonna say it's this. Don't be surprised if this is a one-parter or somehow a two-part because this thing was only like what 5 episodes of the movie.
All amounting to roughly 6 hours of watch time altogether, give or take.
Yay. All right, Hazard, take us to your supercomputer and tell us what we gotta know. Hey, I said supercomputer, not scientist lab.
take us to your secret lab.
Ignoring that, Afro Samurai is basically a young adult style anime manga written by Takeshi Okazaki. It was basically inspired by his love of hip hop music. And it basically is centered around Afro Samurai, yes, for some weird reason that's his actual name, don't know why, who basically witnesses his father, the #1 strongest warrior in the world, getting murdered by a guy named Justice while he was a child, and then once he reaches adulthood, he basically goes on a vengeance quest to avenge his father. This series came out basically was made into an anime in 2007 by Gonzo Studios, and it was on Spike TV for a while. There is a film sequel called Afro Samurai Resurrection, and it all takes place in a feudal, futuristic Japan, where whoever wields the #1 headband is the best swordsman or fighter in the world and possesses godlike power.
Well, good. Yeah, that headband did good jack shit for his dad if he died.
Yeah, because
I digress.
for some weird reason, people believe the headbands were essentially godlike objects. They don't explain that too well in the story. Don't ask why, because I honestly don't know. I'd have to put that up to the creators' ideas.
If headbands are a godlike object in that universe, then Bardock would be a fucking god in that world.
Damn,
Then
hell yeah.
One shot at Frieza.
Exactly. And
With a
that's saying,
sword.
and that's saying something since I voiced the bastard and he's my favorite DBZ character. Fight
Bruh,
me.
just imagine friggin' Bardock and a katana and rap music is playing in the background and he just beats the crap out of Frieza.
Anyway, wait, Hazard, I'm gonna need you to draw that for this review, sir.
Okay, another thing that must be noted in Afro Samurai, because this is going to be brought up a lot. Whoever basically possesses the number 1 headband can only be challenged by whoever is wearing the number 2 headband, which is essentially the God-given right to challenge number 1. Again, they don't explain the headband wars too well at all, so please do not quote me on anything I might get wrong in this series.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like number 1 and number 2. What is this? Codename Kids Next Door?
Honestly,
Stay tuned for when we review that.
oh my god. Whoever wears the number 2 headband as a result will constantly be attacked by those who want to challenge the number 1.
What about number 3? What if he wants to challenge number 2?
What about number 4?
I guess that's not important.
What about number 5?
Number 5.
Well,
Number
there's a
5.
scene in Afro Samurai where there's apparently a shit ton of headbands marked on graves or whatever. Don't ask why, because I don't know why.
Alrighty.
So we have our
Well,
characters.
Anyway, yeah, jokes aside, go ahead and tell us the main man with the weird-ass still hair Afro Samurai.
Well, as we have our main character, Afro, and yes, he's the main protagonist, mourning for his father, wears number 2 in order to kill Justice the number 1 and reclaim the number 1 headband. For some odd reason, his name is actually Afro, and if he does have another name, it was never brought up, ever. Apparently, his favorite drink is lemonade for some weird reason, but he is voiced by the last person I expected to voice in anime, Samuel L. Jackson.
No, you said it wrong. Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson.
Who incidentally has admitted he is a huge fan of anime and hentai.
Reminds me of another famous voice actor who loves hentai.
Also,
I'm looking at.
We also have Ninja, who is Afro's partner, and apparently has some weird abilities that were never fully explained. As the series progresses, he's basically Afro's watchdog, so to speak.
Honestly, I can barely tell if that guy's actually there or not, because that dude, it's like pops out of nowhere and then he just faces out of reality, some jack shit like that, you know what I mean?
In fact, the question of whether or not he actually exists was finally confirmed in the collector's DVD by the writers that Ninja is an imaginary character, but has some form of presence in the real world.
Okay, so this is an intense anime version of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Got it. Moving on.
You said it, not me. Also, Ninja has limited interaction with reality itself, such as putting combs in Afro's hair, catching random items, eating food that was intended for Afro, and even throwing a microchip that Afro once cut in 2.
Cool.
Even once saving Afro's life at one point.
That's
of
interesting.
course,
But I don't think there's any
series
other.
would also have a video game, but apparently it wasn't particularly popular. No idea why. Next on the list, we have Kuma, who is a cybernetic swordsman who wants Afro dead.
And he wears and the reason he's called Kuma, because he wears a big bear head.
Also, ironically, was Afro's best friend and brother growing up. Unfortunately, he now wants Afro dead because of, well, past incidents.
Gotta love cliches.
Also has a younger sister named Sio, who happens to be a protagonist in the movie, not protagonist, antagonist in the movie Afro Samurai Resurrection.
Alright, I have a question. This may be up for the favorite episodes for certain people here, but isn't that the guy isn't that the girl that Afro you know?
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
No, that was actually Suru, but you're close. She's another semi-important character in the series. She apparently had a huge thing for Afro, but unfortunately, due to circumstances, she was working for Afro's biggest enemy, ZMT7.
She just wanted Afro's Black Mamba.
You said it,
You're watching the Kids WB Summer Sock Party!
Hey, Sock, do you surf?
Nah, it's not really my scene.
Come on, stretch a little. Look, a touch of static cling and... You're surfing, dude!
Stay tuned! There's more sudden surf ahead when the kids' WWE Summer Song Party continues!
Speaking of 97, there are basically 7 monks who want Afro dead and the number 2 headband for themselves for reasons not fully explained.
I find that ironic. I just want to step in and say I find it ironic how they're monks, because monks are supposed to be the most peaceful type and things like that, unless you needed to fight, like Buddhists.
But yeah, on top of that, they believe that getting both headbands for themselves will basically make them immortal. Similar to how Frieza tried to get the Dragon Balls to gain immortality.
Immortality's overrated. You gotta get the bitches nowadays.
And of course, this also must be explained as well. Each of the brothers, so to speak, they don't give them actual names, just brother 1, 2, 3, all the way through 7. But basically, they're all powerful monks who essentially were, they were helping to get into headbands in order to become gods. Go figure. Then we have Tsuru, who goes by the name of Okiku during her trade, which is her trade name. She was one of the survivors of the massacre of Afro's dojo.
There is no mercy in this dojo. Also, isn't this the girl that... Sorry to interrupt, but isn't this the girl that Jamie calls the big titty bitch?
No, that's actually Seo, Gino's sister. Otsuru is a foster child who was raised by the Swordmaster alongside Afro and Gino.
Okay.
And Otsuru became a ninja working for the MC7.
Okay.
Yeah, get your facts straight with my face, bruh.
Kiss my ass.
There's also
I will gladly after.
There's also Darman, who is a psychotic cyborg samurai. Well, scientist, I should say, not samurai. He's the one that basically made Gino a cyborg.
Cool.
And gave the teddy bear helmet to him as well.
Because who doesn't love a killer?
Shit.
Who doesn't?
For CEO as well.
Hey, if you want to build a most ultimate weapon, just take a samurai, make a cyborg, and put a teddy bear's head on it.
Pretty much. Good grief. But we also have and I shit you not when I say this name, the Afro Droid, which is basically a robot Afro Samurai. I'm not gonna get too much into that. Moving on. If
anything, if you want to be the technical, you can think of that one episode of where Aku made an evil clone version of Samurai Jack.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Then we finally have Justice, who is a gunslinger who killed Afro's father and gained the number 1 headband in the process. Though how he basically defeated Afro's father was a dick move. He's also capable of regenerating himself and has been sliced to pieces by Afro.
Cool.
And another antagonist we should probably also note is Seo herself.
Wait, it sounded like you said... For a minute, I thought you said hentai for a second.
No, I said another antagonist to mention is Seo, who is Gino's sister. And she was raised by a foster family. And unfortunately, apparently her foster family was murdered at some point. She blamed it on Afro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a typical villain excuse. That's a typical excuse in real life. Blame the black guy!
That's probably the case, but... Of course,
she
also has 3 servants from her family. And finally, the last 2 characters that are somewhat noteworthy are Rokutaro, Afro's father, and Swordmaster, who, well, was a Swordmaster who trained Afro.
Swordmaster.
And honestly, that's about it. There aren't too many notable characters in this series overall, sadly. And the story was, honestly, in my opinion, a bit lackluster, but let's just get on with it.
Alright, so let's move on to our favorite characters. Zami, you want to tell us your favorite character?
I think you gave it away. about 3 minutes ago, bro.
Well, just say it for the audience.
Big titty bitch in the movie.
That would be CO.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Any reason you like her, or is it just because of option 1 and option 2 on her chest?
Both.
Okay, guys. So if you ever see Zami in school and she asks her what she got 2 D's and an F. Anyway, Crossy, what about you?
Yes, please. Any favorites at all?
CO.
I honestly think you would have picked Okiku, to be honest with you.
There's my
Okay.
big titty mama, okay?
We got 2 for the big titty fan club. Got it.
I was pretty sure when we watched the series, she also had Otsuru as a favorite because of that one certain scene. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut from there.
We'll get to that scene when we talk about favorite episodes. Now, Hazard, your favorite character?
Okay, I might as well say mine, unless you want to go next, Justin. I mean,
I'll go last. You just go for it.
honestly, it is a toss-up between Ninja, Afro, and Otsuru. Mainly because they all clearly have their own distinct roles. And the reason I like Otsuru is because she basically got the Hilda treatment, in my opinion. And by saying Hilda treatment, I mean like what they did to Hot Ice Hilda and Outlaw Star. Because I feel like she had a lot of room for growth, and the sad part is she never got to, be a part of that growth, which sucks. So I feel like they could have, especially when it was pretty clear that she had potential as a character.
Okay.
As for Ninja, he's hilarious. There's no other word I can describe him. He's hilarious, and the fact that Samuel L. Jackson voiced him makes it all the funnier.
It's kind of like watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't remember Samuel L. Jackson being in Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Abridged. Don't you remember? He voices Jaden Yu.
Shut up.
And then Truesdale is voiced by none other than Eminem.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, Justin, you're next.
Okay, aside from Afro and Ninja, because I do like them both, I might also have to give it to the guy with the Kuma, the bear head, or Kuma.
I'm not too surprised, to be honest.
I don't know, it's just, he's cool in his own way, and sure, he doesn't seem that interesting, but his story in a bit is technically interesting if you think about it.
You're not wrong.
There's more to him I want to know, but I got what I needed.
The movie actually explains his backstory a hell of a lot better than the series did, surprisingly.
Yes, that's why he's kind of on the favorites list, because of the movie.
Fair enough. Alright.
So next up is favorite episodes, and I'm just gonna say for Zami and Crossy what their favorite episodes is, and Crossy put this in. Oh.
I have 2.
All right, let's hear them.
Let's hear it.
Okay, first off, the entire fucking movie.
Okay, that's good. And I think I know what the other one is.
Oh, you very know. I think you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this for Crossy and Zami here. Crossy could put this in, but she's gonna heavily censor it. The big fucking sex scene that happened in Afro Samurai.
Pretty much.
You move me.
Go check out part 1 of this on my channel.
That feels kind of nice now. That feels kind of nice.
See, he likes it and he knows it.
Could you not put that butt so firmly on my...
Bye-bye, everybody.
And it was pretty up because in the end, it's insect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so happy and they shipped it, but the relationship, like every Hollywood marriage, doesn't last long.
Yeah, because unfortunately, not even before the episode ends, Okiku dies miserably because she
Was it that?
betrayed her masters, so to speak.
Was it
Damn.
that Was it that donkey always says, "Oh yeah, celebrity marriages, they never last."
I guess that's what they get for keeping it in the family.
It wasn't even an incest thing though. That's the screwed up part. It was because she was crazy about Afro, and while she initially went through with her assignment to, essentially lure him in to betray him, she fell for the guy hard, and well, things happened.
This is like that scene from Austin Powers where there was an assassin who had to kill Austin Powers, but she just ended up falling for the guy.
Exactly.
It's like that, but weirder and less hairy.
And more kinky.
Groovy, baby, groovy. Alright, before we get on to more British slang and terms, Hazard, go ahead and tell us your favorite scene or episode.
Honestly, it is a toss up between the fights. Like, it's because of the fight scenes more than anything. I actually loved episode 1 for that one fight scene with Afro versus all those mercenaries. It was a well animated fight scene, hands down. But then there's also the fight between Afro and the Afro robot.
Yeah.
Because it's not often you see a samurai fight his robotic assassin, let alone one that's equipped with basically a fuck you laser. But those were easily my favorite scenes. What comes to a close second, and besides those two, would probably be the fight between Afro and, well, I'm trying to remember, Afro and Gino, not Gino, Justice at the end of the series.
That's reasonable. I guess for me, I did like the fight between Afro and Kuma because that was very intense fight to watch. I'll admit.
For a split second, I heard you make a pun when you said Barry. I thought you said for a second Barry.
No, making a pun on that scene would be unbearable.
Fuck you.
I guess you just defeated him with your hands.
Oh, no.
Anyway, let's moving on, bearing on with this. Anyway, now we get to bear the situation.
I guess he felt that.
Okay, moving on. I'm not sure if this was happening in a movie, but didn't Afro fight a weird clone of his dad or something?
Yes, he did actually. This was
that was one of my also favorite scenes in the movie there. Because I don't know, it just seemed interesting, even though it was a weird test tube clone baby of his dad.
There was actually an explanation for that. CO, as I explained earlier, she basically wanted revenge on Afro because he may or may not have unintentionally played a role in her family's assassination because of their obsession with the number 2 headband. And from what was said, Afro has butchered God knows how many people in order to, retain his right to challenge Justice, who was at the time the number 1. And because of this, CO actually went and basically did a little grave robbing, stole the remains of Afro's father, and had him resurrected as a clone.
So here's a lesson, kids. If you want to get revenge against a person you hate, go rob their parents' grave, dig up their body, make a clone of them, and have them kill the kid. And have them kill
itself, but how it ends may surprise y'all somewhat.
Yeah. But
in any case, the way I see with the series, I feel like parts of it could have been written better, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, if anything, I did like that fight because it was interesting to see if Afro could fight his dad in a way, given how powerful his dad was before he, died and things. And I'm just hearing if
All
Afro
right.
holds the mantle.
Any strong points or weak points in the series?
I
Like I think I already mentioned mine. Like what I felt was strong or weak points.
guess a bit of a lack of a story in a way from the series, a bit, kind of.
Not to mention, my biggest weak point of the series has to be the episode length. Not the length, but like how many episodes were in the series.
I imagine they must have
Yeah.
been on a pretty strict budget if they had so few episodes.
Well, I mean, of course, if you're gonna have Samuel Jackson, that takes a big cut of the budget.
Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
strong points of the series for me: the animation, the art style, like
Those are
very
all
well
good
done.
points.
The voice acting extremely well done in my opinion. I mean, they hired some top tier voice actors from Mark Hamill to Samuel L. Jackson to John DiMaggio to even Lucy
Yeah.
Liu. The weak points, in my opinion, were the writing, and it honestly felt pretty rushed. The pacing, like
Yeah.
writing and pacing, were pretty rushed, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially for an anime of 5 episodes, you could if the anime. Let me tell you all something. If an anime only lasts for 5 episodes, that tells you something. So,
Either there was a budget issue or the story was just not that well written at all.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
either way, if it's only 5 episodes, that means the budget must have been really tight. If that's the case, because
Mm-hmm.
so they must have to get that shit done quick.
Agreed.
But I think that's all we could talk about. So should we just like? Well, actually, I have one more question.
What's up?
Aside, like, I'm sure I know the answer for the group of us, but what do you guys like more, the series or the movie?
Movie.
Movie.
Honestly, it's a little the column A and column B for me. Like I said, animation, the scenes, they were done very well. It's just the like I said, it's column A, column B all the way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I I'm kind of that same way. Well, I did like the stuff that happened in the series, but I feel like I like the movie a bit more because of the story, plot, and the speech more, or the writing and acting a bit.
The voice acting was very well done, like I said. It's just it could have been better, like for the writing
Mm-hmm.
and the pacing. That's my honest
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Anyway, so one of the things, let's rate this show. Zammy, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate this series of Afro Samurai?
It's a 9.
Mm, that's a reasonable score. Crossy, what about you?
I'll give it a 9.
Hazard?
Honestly, and this is again just me being a little nitpicky, I would honestly give it like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. Again, the like I said, voice acting, animation, and basically the art style is great. The theme of it is great. The problem I have with it is literally the story and pacing. So I'm giving it a very generous 8.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm giving it a 9 as well, because it didn't last longer.
That's another thing. Like, it could have been longer overall, like maybe another couple episodes at least. And the movie's fine as is. The series itself could have been a little bit longer, but that's just my honest opinion.
Sad to say for me, I'm gonna have to give this a 7 out of 10. For my basic reasons, the animation scenes, the great cast choice, and the animations and the fights as well. Indeed, yes, but the lack of a bit of a story at the beginning of the series is somewhat out there.
It felt like it was like parts of it were either dragged out or rushed completely through from start. Like it just didn't click well with me overall. Like all the best voice acting and money in the world just wasn't enough to wasn't enough to convince me to give it a higher rating.
Yeah,
I said a very generous 8. If I want to be more strict, I'd give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm only giving a 7 because for me, when I just see the series, it just seems like make a hero, give him a cliche plot of reasonings, make him a hero of it, try to get to point A to point B, and win it like that. Plain and simple.
Exactly. There weren't that many major plot twists. I mean, granted, it's 5 episodes, but they could have done better with the story.
hence why I'm only giving it a 7 out of 10. If I want to be rude, I would give it a 5 out of 10, like the limit of the episodes. But no, I'm being nice because there are things I actually did like about it. But now for the final question of this review, as we always ask, does this still hold up in 2020? Honestly, I think so. It's kind of in the middle.
Personally, I think it kind of does, kind of doesn't. It's a mix, because again, it could have been done better. I mean, the game, there was supposed to be a second game, but it flopped. Like, it didn't even reach the shelves. They just canceled altogether.
But what do you guys think? Do you think this did it still hold up for a show that was made in, what year was it made in, Hazard?
2004.
For a show that was made in 2004, do you guys think it still holds up in 2020? Or held up to you? Or do you feel the...
Like, it first came out in 2004 in the manga, but 2006, 2007 is when it aired as an anime.
I'm more on and off about this one, because if it had more, like, if they had more of a budget and made the anime a bit more, lengthy, then it would have held up. They're just like the story is a bit rushed.
Yeah, it's kind of calming. Sorry, go ahead.
Cliches in this case kind of shot in the foot. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I really appreciated the movie though. That was nice.
Yeah,
the movie was better written than the story, in my opinion.
Yeah, if anything, if they somehow just made all the series like the movie, or if they just turned the series into the big movie and did a good job like they did with the movie and things like that, I would have been fine with it. You know what I mean?
But I assume they did what they could, so I can't give them too much shit.
That's why I'm giving them a reasonable 7. But that's all we gotta talk about. I hope you guys enjoy this. Stay tuned for when we review the last doing for the retro review. Don't worry, we're still gonna do this. This is gonna we'll make a video. Yeah, but this will be the season finale because we're done with season 1 when we review the last thing, which you will see after this video ends. But and don't worry, I'll probably make a video about what Retro Warriors is going to do for Season 2 with these guys or something. Either way, my name is Joseph VA, the leader of the Retro Warriors, or aka Bardock Elite Fighters, and my co-hosts will say who they are and what they are.
This has been your favorite Crossy, and if you guys enjoyed this little episode, I hope you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more episodes. And don't forget to subscribe to my cohorts in retro cartooning.
This is Hazard, the brains of the Retro Warriors, and basically the researcher, the sarcastic bastard, and Matt's had to. Okay, who the fuck put the script in front of me? Fuck you. Not a mad scientist, by the way. Anyway, signing off.
Alright. This is Lady Zamasu, well, everybody here calls me the goddess of the group, apparently. And
the retro goddess.
Apparently.
Sometimes a counselor.
the retro counselor, hell yeah, I like that.
Oh, God.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this random Witches Hour 3 a.m. special of the Tired Warriors. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and we'll do more.
Yes,
if anything, guys, we'll
subscribe, please.
Yeah, we're really trying to work with this, guys, and bear with us. We're doing our best. If anything, you guys got plenty of other Retro Warriors stuff to check out, because we recommend.
We have a playlist, which will probably link in the description.
Go watch the Puffy Yumi Yumi one. That's so cool.
Go watch the Mega XLR one. That's a good one.
Go watch any other ones, like the Outlaw Star one. Yes, I'm.
Just don't. But just don't watch the Lunatics one. As much as we love the views, don't watch the Lunatics one. We're begging.
Yeah, we really jagged on in that one. We really jagged on that one.
Anyway, this is the Retro Warriors, and we're signing out. Say bye, everyone.
Later.
Sayonara.
Adios.
Hero Stuff Saturday is supercharged with 2 episodes of Static Shock.
Shock, featuring the Caped Crusader,
Batman,
and the Man of Steel.
Superman.
In an all-new episode.
Nice work. The kid's got style.
Catch 2 heroic static shocks coming up next, right here on Kids WB.
It's the Macho Man and the SWAT Cats.
Yes!
Mess with these cats and you're going down. It's the SWAT Cats 4th of July Marathon. Tuesday, live board, starting at noon. Only on Cartoon Network. Yeah!
For the next time on Retro Warriors.
Time to take care of Dark Cat. And this time, we do it our way.